All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahshua HaBarakakodash. Double honors to the apostles, of great millstone, and salutations to your elect, which will be Shabbat Hawaii. Got a quick lesson for you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelites who better shame of looking like heathens. Spirit bear witness that they're a child of Heavenly Father. And the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, who the world inly calls Jehovah, God of Yahweh. And the name of the Heavenly Son is Yahweh Shai, who the world inly calls Jesus Christ, who is the Christ of Yeshua. Quick lesson. Any other preachers come out, you already know it's the Holy Spirit. It's the Holy Spirit, whether you believe it or not. And I did, well, pretty much, I pretty much uploaded two videos and stuff recently. They're very short. One is like 1 minute, almost 2 minutes. One is like 3 minutes, almost four. And it's dark humor comedy. You know what I'm saying? But but it pretty much I entitled it equality and stuff is a myth. You know what I'm saying? Right? So I'm gonna grab this first. This is Job 9:24. It says, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?" You know what I'm saying? We already know what ethnicity is that, and that's the so-called full-blooded spirited Caucasians, which are biblically called the Edomites to this day. You see, and they rule the world right now. So you got the elites, the Rothschilds, the Gettys, the DuPonts, the Oppenheimers, the rich Jewish banking families, the fake Jews and stuff. And behind the scenes and stuff, they're the real trillionaires and stuff of this world and stuff, and they the ones control everything. All the all your individual presidents and stuff, you know what I'm saying, and kings, they don't rule that. They really don't rule that and stuff. It's those elites and stuff that's in the background. You see, right? And this is what they declared this is what they declared upon the earth. So this is Isaiah 10:1. It says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees," you see, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed. You see, right? See what a decree is. It's a law. It's the word kakwa, and it says decree, resolve, statute, action, prescribed. You see, enactment. You see, and this is the thought process of Esau Edom. You see, so it says in the NLT, New Living Translation on the right, it says, "What sorrows await the unjust judges and those who issue unfair laws," and that's exactly what they do. So we're gonna get in another translation. Well, just two more. This is the NIV, New International Version. "Woe to those who make unjust laws, to those who issue oppressive decrees." You know what I'm saying, right? BBE, Bible Basic English, it says, "Cursed are those who make evil decisions." It says, and the writers who make the records of their cruel acts." You see, and that's what Esau Edom has done. You know, there's supposed to be so-called equality and stuff, but it's not there, because when you use the morals and stuff in reverse, you know what I'm saying, that's when it's inefficient. You know what I'm saying, right? Right? Because like, what's the this is Micah 2:1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity." It says, "And work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hands." So we already know who's in the power of the world. We already know who's the oppressors and stuff. It's the Edomites. You know what I'm saying? Various other heathens as well and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because you got power, you got powerful other heathen nations too. You know what I'm saying? But this is referring to the Edomites and whatnot, the elites who also oppress their own people at that. You know what I'm saying, right? So let's this is the word devise, and it's the word chashab, and it says to think, plan, esteem, calculate, invent, make a judgment, imagine, count, account, impute, reckon, regard, to be accounted, to be imputed, to think upon, consider, be mindful of. You see, purpose, right? And it says uh, You see, so when it comes down to 2 and 1 on the right for NLT, it says, "What sorrow awaits you who lie awake at night, thinking upon evil plans? You rise at dawn and hurry to carry them out, simply because you have the power to do so." You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, we can get this. This is Psalms, the 10th chapter, and part of the reason, besides Esau Edom being so money hungry, you know. Part of the reason of bringing these different unrighteous decrees and whatnot and stuff is also because there are Jakes who are Israelites who look like them and they want to oppress them as well. Because remember, Esau Edom has a perpetual hatred against Israel. You see? So this is Psalms 10. I'll start at verse 1. It says, "Why standest thou far off, O Lord, Yahweh Shah? Why hidest thou thyself in times of trouble?" It says, the wicked in his pride do persecute the poor. And you see that with their laws. That's why they always pass laws and stuff. And then you got to find out as soon as you break it and stuff. And it's like, I wasn't informed about this. That's how they get you, because there's always money involved. It says, "Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined." It says, "For the wicked boasts of his heart's desire and blesses the covetous, who the Lord abhors. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after Yahweh Shah." So that's why every inauguration, when the president comes in, they swear on the Bible, which they ain't supposed to do. That's against the laws. You know what I'm saying? You ain't supposed to make any swears and promises. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not a promise and stuff that you're going to keep them. Right? So, but you can see that everything and stuff, when it comes down to the law, statutes, commandments and stuff, you see that they do contrary to. You see they do it contrary to and stuff. And proof of that, this Psalms 50 and 16. This Psalms 50 and 16. But unto the wicked, the Most High saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? Verse 17, it says, "Seeing thou hatest instruction and casteth my words behind thee." And you can tell, because when it comes down to their rules and regulations, the laws of this land, the law of the land and stuff, it's not the law of the land that they claim. It says in the back of dollar bills or any RFINs and stuff, paper dollars, it says, "In God we trust" and stuff. But what God is it? You know what I'm saying? Yes, they swear in on the Bible and whatnot and stuff, and they try to make it seem like that's what they're worshiping and whatnot, when really that's not what it is. You know what I'm saying? They worship Baphomet. They worship Satan. You know what I'm saying? You see, because they are the left hand side. You see, they turned the truth into a lie, right? And it says back in Psalms 10 and 4 again, it says, "The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, would not seek after the Most High." The Most High is not in all his thoughts. And you can see and stuff how society is. You see, especially when it continues, as you continue, as it continues to progress. It says, verse 5, it says, "His ways are always grievous." Let's get that. You got to pay for everything, for your life. You got to pay. You got to pay for water if you collect water for yourself and whatnot. Now, there's an article and stuff for all the different chemtrails that's out there and stuff. You probably don't want to collect rainwater unless you in one of those deep forest areas and whatnot where the chemtrails didn't touch. You know what I'm saying? But the article is pretty much, mountain water or certain waters and stuff that's not, or waters and stuff that's made in catacombs. I mean, not catacombs, but inside the mountain and whatnot and stuff, with the different minerals and whatnot and stuff, but you still have to test and stuff for parasites because of the animals, right? So the thing is this: you collect rainwater, you know what I'm saying? And if a matter of fact, it's like this: if you can live off grid and stuff without being taxed and stuff and can continue that lifestyle and stuff, you're considered a terrorist. That's what they call you. You know what I'm saying? Because, the terror that you've given, what I'm saying, is the fact that they can't charge you and you can still live without them. That's terror to Esau, right? So this is the word halal. It says to twist. What was the word, Salakia? Bear with me. grievous. The word was grievous, right? And it's the word hawal. It's the word hawal. It's not hu. It's not that. It's hawal. That's that Yiddish. And cool. The pronunciation as you see is hu. Hu. That is Yiddish. You know what I'm saying? You know, with the little dot. You take that away, it's the real Paleo Hebrew, even though it's being shown in Syrian Hebrew, and it's the word hawal. It's the Chada Wada La Chawal. It says to twist, whirl, dance, writhe, fear, tremble, travail, be in anguish, be pained. And that's exactly what it does. That's why it's grievous. To wait anxiously in travail with, it says to be distressed, right? So it says, Psalms 10:5, it says, his ways are always grievous. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay for water, air, food. You got to pay for electricity, elements and stuff that can be conjured up and made. Even if you make a device for yourself, the thing, say if you make a device, like there's been individuals and stuff who made vehicles and stuff where they don't run on gas, but they run on air or water. It actually does exist. You know what I'm saying? And if you ever seen the cartoon Recess, you know what I'm saying? You know when it used to come on Fox Kids. You know what I'm saying? Fox 26 Kids and stuff. Or it's pretty much called Recess. You know what I'm saying? You had kids. Recess would come out and they had that's how the show would go. And the thing is, you got an individual named Gretchen. Now, within the beginning, within the in the intro song, in the opening song, within the opening song, right? Um, yeah, within the opening song and stuff, you have I mean, in the intro and stuff, uh, you have You have Gretchen. She over here is showing off. She got her different schematics and whatnot, and equations and whatnot for something that she invented and stuff. And you have the government come through and stuff and take pictures of all her work and stuff and take her invention. You know what I'm saying? So if you tried to make life easy for you and stuff on your own without using Esau's tech or creating things on your own and stuff without using Esau's technology, he gonna seek to take it away from you and stuff because he's not taxing you on it. He's not getting no money from it. You know what I'm saying? You see? Because I found out in the past that if you invent something and stuff, you got to go through a certain process and stuff through the government in order for you to use that invention. You know what I'm saying? You see? Because other than that and stuff, it will be something that you will use illegally and stuff that you will get locked up for. And that's bullshit when they're not the ones who invented it. You see? That's grievousness, right? So it says Psalms 10 and 5 again, it says, his ways are always grievous, thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. It says, he has said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. It says, he sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doeth he murder the innocent. You see, different the different things and stuff that he claims that's supposed to help people doesn't. And I was watching one of these clips from one of the brothers. He got a long name for his page, and pretty much what it was that it was bromine and aluminum. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes down to the like the labels of it, how can I say it? You know how when on a pediatric chart, what I'm saying, I might be saying it wrong. What I'm saying, pediatric, periodic, whatever. It's either periodic or pediatric. It's one of those. In the chart, when it come down to the elements and stuff, and they got like a short version and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It might be two letters or just one letter. You know what I'm saying? The thing is that bromine was Ba or borium or bromine, so whatever, right? It is and this is what they put in the chemtrails. That was in there, and then you also have aluminum, and they put it on a molecular level and whatnot. And what that's supposed to do is that it's supposed to bring down your immune system and stuff. So it's satanic because it's to destroy you. You see, right? It's to destroy you. And when you put those two together and stuff, it's Baal. You know what I'm saying? And Baal was a false deity. You know what I'm saying? Right? Right? So it says, so they prey upon us, you know what I'm saying, with their unrighteous decrees. You know what I'm saying? It says verse 9, no, verse 8 again. It says, he sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, in the secret places doeth he murder the innocent. It says, his eyes are privily set against the poor. You see, and the poor are Israelites and stuff. Remember, Esau has perpetual hatred against the nation of Israel. You know what I'm saying, right? But he established his plans and stuff upon all. That's why even his own people are being afflicted. That's why even the heathens and stuff that was confederate with him and stuff also are being afflicted and stuff, you see. Because what's his main goal? I need to make this money. I need to stay in rulership. If anybody is trying to come up against me, we going to come with the population, you see, in whatever form that they do it. It says, verse 9, it says, he lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. It says, he doeth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. And part of their nets and stuff is the different philosophies and stuff that people believe, you know what I'm saying, right? Without really taken into consideration. It says he croucheth and humbleth himself that the poor may fall by his strong ones. And that goes into his philosophies as well and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Since he's in rulership, you know what I'm saying, if you have common sense, you can't come against him and stuff because he is the head of the world, you see, no matter if it's wrong or right. So they ways are grievous. You know what I'm saying? Even when it come down to the two videos that I had posted and stuff, once again, a lot of stuff gonna go over people's heads. They're gonna be emotional. You know what I'm saying? But the point is that equality doesn't exist. What it is that it's a mechanism, you know what I'm saying, to cause the man to fall. Matter of fact, let's get this. This is Mark 3, 3 and 25. It says, and if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And this is exactly what Esau Edom does, you know what I'm saying, when it comes down to the structures of the families and whatnot and stuff. It's all for it to fall. Everything is weaponized and stuff to go against the Israelites. But here it is, the stupidity of it and stuff is that, while they're uh, being faithful and stuff to these evil works and stuff, it's also afflicting them. You see, and that's why going back to Psalms, back in Psalms 2, is like this Psalms 10 and 2. It says, "The wicked in his pride do it persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined." So now it's backfiring. You see, you know, right? So it's just because what is part of the backfire? You know what I'm saying? Because when you read the curses and stuff, remember Esau Edom is the Lord's whooping stick. You know what I'm saying? And when you read the curses and whatnot, Esau Edom and the rest of the other heathens and stuff was placed in positions of authority and stuff to bring those afflictions upon us. You see, so this is uh, uh, what I was thinking about. This is Deuteronomy 30 and 7, and it says, and the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies. It says, and on them that hate thee and persecute thee, which persecute thee. You see, in the NLT to the right, it says, the Lord, your power, will inflict all these curses on your enemies. It says, and on those who hate and persecute you. It's probably plain. NIV, it says, the Lord, your power, will put all these curses on your enemies who hate and persecute you. BBE, It says, "And the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, your power, will put all these curses on those who are against you." It says, "And on your haters who put a cruel yoke on you." And a yoke was made for to not be able to escape, and to bring uncomfortability. You know what I'm saying? Right? The modern day yokes nowadays and stuff is social security, your ID. They finna make it a digital ID because they don't want a regular ID. They want to be able to have everything and stuff. They want it to be like minority report and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But there's no real equality. You know what I'm saying? There's no real equality. Now, yes, you do have authorities and stuff, you know what I'm saying? You have those in higher authority and stuff above the citizens, but when it comes down to the actual laws that the authorities will actually be afflicted, you know what I'm saying? It's still not fair. It's still not fair. That's why when it comes down to the rich or the elites and stuff, the different loopholes that they made and stuff, they don't share that with everybody and stuff, because remember, Esau Edom is the king of handicap matches. When you play with your homies and stuff, and you got to go to the bathroom, you tell them don't cheat, but they cheat anyways. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you come back and pause the game, unpause the game and stuff, that final blow is being hit, and it's talking about KO. That's how Esau Edom is. He can't play fair. It's not in his nature. You see, you know, and within his society, within his rulership, his sovereignty and stuff, he made it unfair with hard against the Israelite man, and then also hard against the Israelite woman. Now, most Israelite women, they look at it like, nah, he giving me advantage, but all he's doing is setting you up to be in a position where you coming against your how about me outside. You know what I'm saying? Ecclesiastes 7:7, and it says, "Surely oppression makes a wise man mad, and a gift destroyed the heart." And here it is. It seems like a gift. It seems like you have an advantage and whatnot and stuff, but really, what it's doing is destroying you. You see, you know, the feminism and whatnot and stuff. Look where it's gotten you, women. It didn't get you the promises that you wanted and stuff. Because now later down the line, you either got guys that's putting you to death, or they leaving you. You know what I'm saying? Or they going across seas and not trying to deal with you. You know what I'm saying? And that was an unrighteous decree that he allowed. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew that it messes you women up. Now, look, what you need to understand is that, yeah, you probably got the box. You probably could do the Gawk 3000, Gloria. Gloria, is getting it from a skit. The thing is that it's you got to understand and stuff. It's like, yeah, he probably giving you these gifts and whatnot and stuff, and you getting all these different advantages and whatnot and stuff, but it still destroys you. You got to understand that Esau, Edom and stuff is still your enemy. The rest of these heathens and stuff are still your enemies. You see, right? And all they want to do is stay in rulership and whatnot and stuff. In order for that to happen and stuff, you have to stay away from the ways of righteousness. You see, right? Look at it. It says extortion turns wise people into fools, and bribes corrupt the heart. And that's true. You know, bribes corrupt the heart. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a quick lesson. Matter of fact, let me get this. This is I think the one I'm looking for is in Job, or maybe Jeremiah. This is Isaiah 3:4. It says, "And I will give children to be their princes, and babes shall rule over them." And that's talking about Esau Edom. You know what I'm saying? Verse 5, it says, "And the people shall be oppressed, every one by another, and every one by his neighbor. The child shall behave himself proudly against the ancient, and the base against the honorable." Let me see. I think it's verse 12. Start at This verse 11, it says, "Woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hands shall be given him." And that's exactly what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? When it come down to Esau, Edom, and because he had uh, fully not brainwashed, filterify. You know what I'm saying? When I say filterfied, I'm not talking about filter. I'm talking about to make filthy. He has completely made filthy the minds of the Israelites and stuff, no matter how they look. Verse 12, and and then not only did he commit physical genocide, you know what I'm saying, but he also committed spiritual genocide by the way of his philosophies. So he has to pay. Verse 12, it says, "As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths." And you have a lot of bugged out Israelites who claim that they get common sense, and that common sense is not fucking there. Why? Because they've been completely engulfed in the ways of the wickedness and stuff that Esau has raised them up as a child. And that's why it says in Proverbs 22:6, it says, "Train up a child in the way that shall go, and they shall not depart." But the way that Israelites and stuff was raised up was the ways of the heathens. You see, you know, you know, until this day when it come down, because like even when it come down to these laws and stuff, right? You could talk about this, that, and the third and stuff. Even when it comes down to the authorities, it'd be like, well, yeah, I know it don't make sense and stuff, but we got to follow the law. You got laws that contradict one another. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that's out there that they claim as being laws, and they're not really laws. That's just something that they push when it comes down to the Federal Reserve, man. You see, you know, you know, you know, uh, uh, like what's it called? Uh, Title D40. You know. Now, when you look it up in Google, yeah, that because the thing is that you got something that's called newspeak and stuff. Now, that goes into how definitions have changed over time. That's why we always go into the etymology. Etymon means means origin. You know what I'm saying, or truth. You know what I'm saying, and ology is the study of. So the study of the origin or the study of the truth. You know what I'm saying, right? So uh, uh, a lot of definitions had changed over the time and stuff, and they did the same thing when it came down to their rules. Title D40 and stuff back in the back in the past and stuff, because they changed it when it come down to Google. Back in the past and stuff, it was when you look it up, or if you are an individual and stuff who's into law, and you got one of those old books and whatnot, but not necessarily super old, but because they take a lot of stuff when it come down to the new information and whatnot and stuff, right? Well, with the new law books and whatnot, Title D40 and stuff was not a law, but it was something that they pushed as a law, but it wasn't a law. Nowadays, you look it up on Google, it's going to be considered a law, when really it wasn't. You see, because they can't. What did the elder brother say? I'm trying to remember it correctly. They cannot. They cannot. They're not supposed to tax wages. You see, you know and that's what happens when it come down to Title D40, aka child support. So it's illegal, but they claimed it to be legal. But when you read the history on it, and when you read when it come down to the laws and whatnot and stuff, if wages are not supposed to be taxed and stuff, right? Yeah, if wages are not supposed to be taxed and stuff, then guess what? You shouldn't get a deduction off your checks. You see, you're not supposed to get that. You see, and what do you receive when it comes down to your job? Wages. You see, so that's an unrighteous decree too. You see, you know, and then there's some other ones and stuff, but I ain't gonna bring that up. You know what I'm saying? Because it would be very unfair for a lot of individuals. So, uh, but I hope this video was edifying. I like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahshua Habarakakodah. And go honor to the apostles with great millstone and salutations to your elect with the beat. Shalom, well, Bob, Kwam, Yasharala.